The future tech that excites me is AI because I think AI will make a difference for people that actually can't access tech very easily. And I think that's because they can speak into AI. AI can help them with things like dyslexia, things like putting together their thoughts, things like filling in forms, things like applying for jobs, all sorts of things, because in my area where I sell into with government organisations, AI can help access services for people who couldn't access them before.
So what really excites me for the future within the technology industry is the topic on heat recovery. So from a sustainable IT perspective, there's a tremendous amount of heat that is generated in data centres. Now here at HPE, we have partnered with Danfoss, which is a customer of 25 years plus, and we've co-innovated with them on the topic of how we can actually curb that heat recovery. So what do I mean by that? So it's actually extracting that heat from a data center and reusing that heat. So it means that you're having to use less electricity from a cooling perspective to cool that data center back down. Now, why this excites me, and this is a personal thing as well, is simply for the social good, and it's something that I think that is going to really explode next year.
In the artificial intelligence space, there are some absolutely fantastic things happening. And one is the evolution of microservices. So one of our key partners, NVIDIA, who we have gone to market with massively with private cloud AI, have introduced a collection of microservices that we can build into our platforms to give customers an absolutely fantastic outcome. And really, this technology is evolving where we can have multiple microservices collaborate, meaning that we're really stepping forward how we build out artificial intelligence architectures, and private cloud AI is a critical means for us to achieve that.
We've seen a lot of organisations derive great success from transitioning their IT management platforms to the cloud, giving them the use of AI to help solve problems faster and get ahead of the game.
I think the thing that was successful for organizations was the implementation and keeping of the DEI programs. I think that it's really important for organizations to have different people from different backgrounds, because that really just fosters innovation and ideas.
One of the things that I'm seeing that organizations are not doing as well as they could is actually building a comprehensive artificial intelligence strategy. What we're seeing is lots of them are leaping towards the technology without understanding how they can put in the strategic framework that means that executing AI is going to be much simpler, much quicker, and much more effective.
For me, and this is really a hard one because I fundamentally believe it's absolutely the right model that we're adopting for the future, it's hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is being adopted by so many organizations, but I don't think we've even touched the surface. What organizations need to do is get the right skills, get the right programs, execute those programs efficiently and quickly, and embrace that hybrid by design, that hybrid by choice in their IT, cloud, execution and delivery. I want to see more.
I think the biggest change from this year to next is when you have a new government, you have new opportunity. You have opportunity to talk to government, to talk to different leaders, to talk to different people, to really reaffirm what we can do as a technology company within government organisations.
So biggest change from a sustainable IT perspective would be that now we're entering the era whereby legislation and regulations in terms of on data centres, so customers and organisations are having to report on a whole range of metrics. And I think that those started to creep in a couple of years ago, last year especially. They're now in place, and going forwards, there's going to be more. So I think that that's what we're going to see, customers coming to us more so and having challenges around this.
So I think the underrated technology that will make an impact next year is something called green coding. And green coding is a practice for writing code and writing code more efficiently so it doesn't use more power. So it's the shortening of the code, getting rid of the extra lines that don't matter, and again, being more concise to ensure that the code uses less power.
When it comes to underrated technologies, when everyone thinks about artificial intelligence, they really are thinking about, GPUs and acceleration and the software ecosystem that lives around that. Actually, an underrated gem in the HPE portfolio is storage. Without data, we do not have artificial intelligence. It is a critical component of what we need in order for our customers to be successful. So when it comes to the underrated aspects of what we're having the conversations from an AI perspective, absolutely lead with data, knowing that data will reside on our storage platforms, which Antonio's talked about this. They're an underrated gem in the HPE portfolio when it comes to artificial intelligence.
For me, the most underrated technology of 2024, and I think it's going to have a massive impact on 2025, is data centers. And a lot of people look at data centers, they think it's antiquated old technology. Now, what we're seeing is a resurgence of distributed data center infrastructure and design purely focused about sustainability. When we take AI and the heat that comes off our AI computing, we want to make use of that. Now, you can only make use of that if you have a distributed environment where you can take that heat and you can heat a swimming pool, you can heat a hospital, you can take all of that and put it to good use. So I think we're going to see an absolutely change in how the UK looks at data center technology and how we build data centers, and that whole distributed data center infrastructure is absolutely going to be the technology, the underrated technology that I bet on for 2025.
I would say, as always, this year is going to be a rapidly evolving one. No matter what technology hits the ground and what technology anyone shouts about, it'll be the solution at the end of the day.
I think some of our predictions have come true. Certainly, people are more interested in AI, they're more interested in sustainability, they're starting to deploy new technologies like cloud management. So I think a lot of those predictions certainly came true. I think what I'd like to see in 2025 is more customers taking advantage of those capabilities to really make a difference.
I think this is the year of generative AI. I think 2024 is the year for that.
So I think with the predictions of last year, I think we were pretty spot on with regards to Gen AI and how it's going to lead the way for this year.
Yeah, I think, AI is kind of, exciting and terrifying in equal measure. It's, it has the potential to go really badly. It has the potential to do amazing things. So I think if you focus on the amazing things that AI can do, then it holds a lot of promise.
So I would say that last year's predictions have certainly come right. I think that on the topic of AI, yes, it has exploded. And I know that sustainability was mentioned last year as well, and that organisations are looking at that as on the horizon in terms of the net zero target fastly looming. But I would say on the point that going forwards, we really need to think about, yes, AI is here, it's here to stay, it's only going to explode even more. But we really need to now think about how we can do that sustainably. And that's something that we speak to our customers a lot here at HPE. So it's even more important to make sure you're driving efficiencies across your infrastructure, especially when using AI models.